Welcome to another episode of Let's Talk, the series where I talk to interesting people within fusion and prog. Today I have another special guest for you, and let me tell you a little bit about him. He started his career back in the 80s as a drummer for the hard rock band Spellbound, and they released 2 albums. And later, he played with the fantastic guitarist J.J. Marsh, who is known for his work with Glenn Hughes. He also appeared in a piece in the magazine Drum Club. Today, he's not only the drummer in Hasse Fröberg Musical Companion, HFMC, he also sings, plays the guitar, and he writes part of the band's progressive rock material. He also happens to be a friend of mine, and he plays the drums on my 2 latest productions. So here is Ola Strandberg. Ola Strandberg, my friend, welcome to the channel.
Thank you, Johan, my friend. Thanks for having me. Nice to be with you.
It's a pleasure. I want to tell the viewers that we know each other. Mm-hmm. I think we started hanging out a little bit like 35 years ago or something. Is that right?
I think so, maybe around 87, 88, maybe earlier.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
We both grew up in Uppsala in Sweden, the great city of Uppsala. There's a lot of prog coming from Uppsala.
A lot of good prog, yeah.
What is special about Uppsala? Why is all this prog coming from Uppsala, you think?
I don't know actually why. I think there's a lot of musicians, overall in Uppsala. It's a great town for music in every kind of corner of the city, and sometimes you cross paths with people like you and I did also.
Yes.
Sometimes you hear about people, but you never meet them. I mean, playing in different bands or whatever. So
yeah, exactly. So I had the privilege to play with you on several occasions, and you play on my 2 latest projects.
Yes.
And I see you as a very musical drummer. When I mean by this is like, you kind of get a feel very fast for what fits this song. What is this song about? You're a very musical drummer that way. I mean, you have like a songwriter's perspective. You understand arrangement and instrumentation. How do you feel about this description?
Well, first of all, thanks for saying that. And yes, I play on your music, which I love. Always love your music. And in the 80s, I was very inspired by your music and the musical you wrote and everything. And I got to play it 35 years later. So it's so that's good. But I think it's true what you say about me, my musical input. When I listen to music, I kind of hear every instrument and everything, what the instruments are doing. Not only drums, but what's the guitar playing in here? How should I play and focus my drums towards the guitar or the bass or everything? So I'm not just I'm playing drums in a band and that's it. That's not for me. I listen to everything, and if a singer like you sings something in a special fashion or anything, maybe I'll do a special thing with the drums or anything to use hook up there. So yeah, I think it's true, and I've always been that way, and I like to be that way. Sometimes it can I have to let that go depending on project or songs or anything. I just have to play the drums.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like it the way you describe it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. So when I see you playing, It's almost like I can envision you are like singing the song in your head. It's not like you're counting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's like you have all the perspectives when you play.
Yeah, that's true. I never count. Very seldom count. Okay, we're playing this song. Hasse show me a song or anyone in 9/8 or 11/8 or anything. I have to get a feeling inside my body how that feels to play. Maybe in the beginning, learning things, I have to count. Okay, this is a 7/8 song or anything, but. Most of the time, I listen to vocals, yes. If Hasse is showing me a song, I listen very carefully to, okay, the vocals, the melody and the rhythm of the melody. I go for that. That's a starting point for me, I think.
Yeah. I think that was really interesting because when you played on my latest project, there is a very tricky piece of music, which is like 13/8, but it's not like 13/8 all the time. It shifts and changes all the time.
Yeah,
And you told me, I'm not going to count this. I'm just going to play it.
yeah,
And it's the same way I do it. If you can feel it, you can play it.
yeah.
And you just played it.
I mean, if I remember the things you mentioned here, and you showed me, okay, this is a 13 or whatever it is. Okay, I can count it, I can understand it, the measure thing going on, but still I have to have it. I can't count it from when I'm drumming. I have to, feel it inside of me, and that can take it can take a while, of course, doing that.
Yeah.
But maybe other drummers, they can read music. I don't read music at all, and they can, okay, this is I have to do this, but. I don't know. Somehow you lose a feeling. You lose something by counting. I think sometimes you have to do it, but that's my approach to it.
Yeah. I think those are wise words. I don't know. It might not work for everybody, but it kind of works for me, and I like that.
Yeah.
There's some really tricky old fusion prog things like UK and stuff that you have to feel it to play it.
Yeah. Well, I know I watched your Johan explains about the Genesis songs and whatever, and I like to I like how you do that, and I can look at a song or an intro or anything from a different kind of view. So I think it's interesting. Even so.
Yeah. We grew up on this stuff, so I guess both you and I, we could play it long before we could count it.
Absolutely, yeah, I think so. Yeah, when I started out, I wanted to dedicate my drumming more to jazz fusion or whatever, progressive music. I've heard all the songs, like Genesis or Yes, and I understand the different parts of, odd timing and everything. And then I think it became easier for me to start play. It was a natural thing to go from being a rock drummer to start to be interested for and play different kind of odd times.
Yeah. So let's back up a little bit or a long bit, because you started out a long time ago as like a rock drummer, like hard rock stuff.
Yeah.
Tell us about those starting years when you started out and you were more into like heavy rock.
Heavy rock. Well, it all started out with rock and roll, rock music, as you say, and I think I was maybe 10 or 11 years, 12 maybe, started to wanting to play on a real drum kit, not sitting on the bed, trying to play. But my brother had a band, and they rehearsed in our basements, and there were this drum kit there, and one night they were not rehearsing. I put on the record like Thin Lizzy or Nazareth or whatever it was, and it was the first time I played a real drum kit, sitting down with the bass drum, playing. And it was like I don't know, a very special moment. I realized I can play drums. I actually can play drums. following this song by Lizzie or whatever.
Yeah.
It didn't sound like Brian Downey, of course, but I could sit and I could play.
Yeah.
I realized what he was doing with the hi-hat and everything, and so that was the first time I played.
What did that moment do to you? What the realization? I can do this. What happened?
Well, I realized that, okay, I'm going to be a drummer in a rock band. I've always wanted to. If I listened to music when I was very young, I always, okay, what's the drummer doing? How's the drummer look like? Or what's he look like when he's playing? How fast feels what drum kit? How many cymbals does he have? The drummers was always the first interest in for me. So that moment took me to, okay, I can do this for real too. And I'm going to start a band somehow, maybe later. And it happened later with my brother. So we started out bands I think I was maybe 13, 14 when we started to rehearse and play, songs.
Yeah.
Different songs by Jimi Hendrix and Rolling Stones and even Led Zeppelin. And it was magic getting into a rehearsal and just playing and counting in a song and doing it. It was so real. It was a great feeling. Fantastic.
Yeah, I want to stick with this subject a little bit because I think it's very interesting. And though you and I we share a lot of thoughts and traits, but we're also different. And I remember from my youth, I was this serious ridden guy. Everything was extremely serious. And I think you said it doesn't look like you were having a lot of fun when you play. And because I was like this really serious guy, everything was super serious. While you had this, the joy of playing was so large in your life. You just loved playing. And I don't know if I was boring or what it was, but you were very passionate about just playing. Can you talk about this? Do you still feel this passion, this joy?
Sometimes I do, yeah. Maybe not all of the time. Maybe I don't have the same passion as when we started out, like playing when I met Hasse and we started this Spellbound in '82 when my brother Affe and my good friend JJ Marsh, who you know, that was real passion. And then we went to do something really, that was for real. When we met Hasse and the bass player Thompson, then we made this band. That was real, and we just thought that, wow, we're doing this. We're really special. And we had passion. Yeah, sure. I might feel the same passion sometimes today, but not in the same way, if you know how I mean.
I think I do.
I think you do, yeah.
I think I do. But that passion was a great part of you, especially when you grew up. That passion, the joy of just playing, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. I had this love for music. I always listened to music, and I knew I want to do this someday. I want to start this and this band. I want to play here and there and maybe record an album. That was a dream, and it came true. And I think the passion led to that. I mean, if you're not passionate, maybe you're not going to fulfill all your dreams. I don't know. It's just I never thought about it. I just wanted to play. I just thought that we have to do this, and I had good company, and we wanted the same thing. I see what you're saying, because what I wanted to talk a little bit about is that when I look at you today, you also have developed a very critical side that you are able to analyze and criticize and be critical in a constructive way about yourself. How do I develop? Is this good? Is this something? What can I do to make this better? You have this urge to develop.
Has this? It's a bit of a contrast. The happy-go-lucky, just love playing in
Yeah.
one corner, and the other very critical, serious side, which you also have.
I think that came also when you know, when you and I met, and I met you and your brother, and you played this fantastic band. You wrote this very cool music that I really was inspired by, and I thought that, well, these guys are fantastic guys. So I came to a point where I met other musicians, which I think is very healthy for you and your you know. And I thought, well, maybe I should practice. I have to practice. I want to practice to develop my skills or whatever, and maybe play with these guys or play with other guys, you know, and when that came in, maybe I got a little bit more critical and just listen to myself and what can I do to get everything to the next level, you know? So maybe that's why. And if you ask me or anyone else ask me, do you want to play on this? Because I think you might do a good job. I want to do a good job. I can't play this. I can't accept that and then not, deliver it.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah.
I want to be satisfied, of course, but I also want you to be satisfied, or whoever
Yeah.
I'm working with. So well, maybe, yeah.
So I want to tell the viewers, because I don't think everybody knows that you also play the guitar, that you sing, and that you compose a lot of the progressive rock material for Hasse Fröberg's band, your band, HFMC, and that you have developed these skills over the last years. Can you talk a little bit about that?
Well, I've always played the guitar and liked to play the guitar. And when Hasse asked me to join the HFMC back in 2011 or 2012 or something, I play guitar and I wrote stuff, you know, but I wasn't, maybe, I thought maybe it's not good enough to show him or show the band or anything. So I was growing there. I'm a late bloomer, you know. But yeah, I play a lot of guitars and some keyboards and sing as well. So I wrote a lot of stuff for HFMC for almost every album now. So I think I love it. I think it took some time for me to, you know, develop that and being able to show myself, you know, in a way, to just both music and lyric wise. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I like it. I like to play, to work on a song, and maybe, I mean, a quite different things of approaching maybe music or to compare to Hasse, who's always done the most of the writing. We're working from his ideas on the in the rehearsal studio, but I like to record my stuff at my computer. Maybe just I have to go back and listen what's, you know, everything.
Yeah.
Critical listening, you know, I have to,
Yes.
this can't be wrong. I have to do right in the demo. I have all the feelings I want to put in the song, you know.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. I think that this part is it fascinates me, and I think it's interesting, you as a person and a musician, how much things have happened for you as a musician in just the last like 15 years. I mean, you are a better singer, you're a better guitar player, you're a better songwriter, you're a better drummer than you were 15 years ago, because you wanted to be better, you wanted to evolve all the time.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about that.
Yeah, I think it's true, and I don't know about other people and how they develop their skills and everything. I think it has something to do with self-confidence. You have to have your okay, this is good enough for me to do. Write my own songs. It's not been natural for me. But yeah, maybe 10 years ago, I started to feel like I can, just like the first time when I started to play the drums, I realized that I can do this. This is good enough. I can do this stuff.
Yeah.
That's the same, that was the same thing for me when I started to write songs. I just say, well, this is great songs.
Yeah.
I know I can play. I can make my own demos. I can think how the guitar should play, and I don't have to just leave everything to a guitar player. But yeah, I think a lot of things have happened in my life, you know.
Yeah.
being
Yeah, and
able
you even have gone so far, so to speak. So you even sing lead in a couple of places in albums by
Yeah.
HFMC.
Yeah, I do.
But both you do that on the album and you do it live.
Yeah, I do that. Yeah, and that was challenging. You know, I always loved to sing, and I was always a background singer, always been background singer. But then I just wrote my songs, and I realized that maybe I should sing a part of this song, maybe not the whole song. Progressive rock, I think I love this thing when you play. You maybe you're a drummer or anything. Maybe you don't sing lead that much, but okay, I sing this part. You know,
Yeah.
and progressive music has a lot of, you know, like Hasse is doing in Flower Kings with the sharing vocals with
Yeah,
Roy.
Roy,
I love it. I think it's fantastic in music. It gives another dimension to the songs.
Yeah.
So yeah, I like it. But sometimes I think, well, playing live, it's another thing. Playing drums live and singing, and maybe standing with a 12-string guitar. Well, it's I need practice on that. But yeah, I love
Yeah,
it.
but as you said, it's challenging, but you wanted to do it, and it's fascinating because you said like I'm kind of a late bloomer, but there is something in you. Well, we've talked about this a lot.
Yeah.
Like it's okay for me to step up a little bit. It's okay to claim this space.
Yeah, yeah.
I am good enough to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's self-confidence, and you know, you have to, just like you say, this song or this tune or anything, it has space for me. I can do this. Okay, should I let Hasse sing everything? No, I shouldn't do that. This is my part. I'm going to do that one. I'm going to sing this one. I'm going to write this song, and this song is going to end up on the album because it's a really good song. You know, so yeah.
So how does this work? Because HFMC it's Hasse's band, right? So and if you say, "Come on, man, I need to write this song," and he goes, "No, you can't." No, he doesn't do that. He says, "Yes, you can," right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So tell us about that. How does that work?
Well, Hasse's always been. First of all, he's a fantastic band leader, and he
is.
It started out like his solo project back in the days. When he asked me to be a part of this, the idea was to record a solo album like the other guys in Flower Kings did. So, but I think very soon he felt that, okay, this is a band. This is going to be my band. So he was always saying, if you guys have anything to any songs you want to play here, or just go ahead, do it. Everyone's welcome to do
Contribute.
things, whatever. So he's always done that. It took a couple of albums, and I think the first song I did was a song called Pages. That was
Yes.
a long tune. That was a prog rock tune. That was 20 minutes, 25 minutes long.
A lot of odd times.
A lot of odd times, and you know, the first song I wrote for an album, it wasn't 5 minutes. I thought, well, let's do it.
If you're gonna do it, you're gonna do it for real, right? Oh, that's cool.
And I showed Hasse that one. I didn't have I had some bits and pieces on lyrics, but he had lyrics for the song. We took some of my parts as well. So
Yeah.
he is always like that. Okay, guys, what do you have for this album? How do you
So
what do
so
you
he
have?
likes your contributions and he's supportive of you guys,
Yeah,
whatever you like
absolutely,
contribute with.
all the time, always have
Yeah.
been. So that's great. He's never been, no, that won't do. We can't do that. That's no good song or anything. But I mean, everyone's writing their stuff and everything, and we put it together, and it's HFMC music.
Yeah. Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Uh,
So what about lyrics? Do you write lyrics as well?
I do that. Yeah, sure. I've
Is
done
there
it.
anything you don't do?
You mean in the band?
Yeah.
No, I do everything.
Cool.
If I, for instance, this album, we had this. Okay, we're going for the studio in April next month. Maybe 6 months ago, we started to talk about, okay, do we have songs? How many songs do we have? Okay, what should we do? And I didn't have any ideas. I have small recordings that I just had to sit down and I want to have some music on this next recording. Sure. And I started to sit down and just, okay, what can I do? How can it fit with Hasse's tunes and everything? So yeah, some lyrics and a lot of music as well. So yeah, sure. Lyrics. Sometimes you have to search for lyrics. I mean, you know how it is. Maybe you have a story, or you don't have a story, and you have to say that, okay, I have this music. How does this music feel? What should this lyrics be about? You have to fit something. But yeah, the lyrics I've written so far, I'm pretty pleased with it. It's no
Cool.
masterpieces, but
No, but I didn't know. I didn't know.
okay.
So that's cool. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Ola, it has been a great pleasure talking to you.
Likewise, Johan.
So thanks
Nice.
a lot for coming to my channel and sharing your thoughts and your views and your part of your journey.
Yeah, thanks for inviting me. It was pretty fun talking about drummers and my own drumming and everything. So thanks for the interest. Really nice.
Cool. So see you around.
See you around. Take care, man.
So there you have it, the drummer Ola Strandberg. And Ola is going to come back to the channel because we talked for so long, so I had to cut the interview into 2 parts. And in the second part, Ola is going to come back and talk about the 5 most influential drummers that meant the most to him in his career, in his life, and his playing. So that's going to be awesome. And as usual, if you like my content, please hit that like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell and all that. So thank you so much for watching.